was way too quick. So I was trying to flip it over. Oh, and I was trying to flip the book over on my cover photo, and it was too quick. So that's why I'm like, ooh. All right. So, all right. Let me set my little here. Okay. So, this is the Mammoth Book of Monsters by various authors. Sorry, Yoda. And no, Baby Yoda is not a monster. No, he is not. He is a cute little alien. He will never be a monster. So, but he still likes to hold the books. Anyways, um, I'm giving this 4 stars. There's 2 reasons why I'm not giving it 5, and I'll do that now. This is a book of short stories, so this is going to be on video. So I'm just warning you right now because I review each short story. If you have never watched my videos about short stories, I review each short story. But they're very quick, each review. I don't go into too much detail because I don't give anything away. 2 reasons why I gave 4 instead of 5. 1, and it's just me being nitpicky. Every story that started had the same graphic. And that kind of was disappointing. I wish they would have put a monster graphic based on a monster in that story. And 2, I didn't like all the stories, which we'll go through in a minute. So I did, and like one of them I couldn't even finish. All right, and I have it, my little notepad. You can't see it, but I have so since it was so many stories, I would probably have forgotten when I read it. Okay. All right, let's get started. The other is, we'll hold it later on. All right. So the first story is called Visitation by David J. Shao. If I say names wrong, I'm sorry. This was probably one of my favorite. I think I have like 2 favorite stories in here that I like the best. This was one of my favorites. This was a story about a man who debunks paranormal, but winds up at the end believing in it. It definitely surprised me at the end, and I think that's why I enjoyed it so much. And basically, the monster was the one on the cover, which of course reminds me a lot of Death Note monster. Mm-hmm. So it was cool because when they described them, like, that's the monster on the cover from Visitation. So I enjoyed the story. Not too scary, pretty cool. All right, next one's called Down There by Ramsey Campbell. This was a weird story. So it was about 2 people in the office building, and it had weird blob people in it. I was like, what are these weird blob people? It did have a happy ending, though, so that's cool. Not everybody got killed by the blob people. Yeah, it was definitely weird, but interesting. All right, so next one is The Man He Had Been Before by Scott Edelman. This was a zombie story, so as you know, I love my zombie stories. So what happened was, the story is about this guy and his wife want to move back into their old family home, but they want to kill off the zombies before they move back into their home. And really interesting. It had a great ending. So I enjoyed this one. Like I said, I'm not going to give too much about each story because I'm not going to give away a lot. Calling All Monsters by Dennis Etchison. This was one of not my favorites. It was a meh. It wasn't scary at all. Which I know some of them are not going to be, even though they're talking about monsters, none of them are going to be scary. So basically, the story is about a man who gets into a fatal car accident and his mind is talking throughout the story. So it's kind of like, oh, boring. Okay. And the ending was substandard. All right. The next one's called The Shadmock. Shadmock. Shadmock by R. Chetwynd Hayes. I like this story. Not one of my favorites, but I like the story. So it's basically what happens when you crossbreed monsters. So this guy and a girl go to their old family home to live in it, and the butler, the maid, and their son are like crossbreed monsters. And the butler's father, who's the groundskeeper. Yeah. So it was really interesting. What kind of monsters they were and what they did. Yeah, so it was pretty cool. The Spider Kiss by Christopher Fowler. strange story about people acting really weird. I don't want to give, well, I think you can guess it by the title. They kind of like act like insects. So, really weird. Yeah. And the funny part is, this story stayed in my mind for a couple days after. Like, I just couldn't grasp the concept of what would happen. So, it's one of those good stories that actually stays in your head. This was one of them. Cafe Endless Spring Rain by Nancy Holder. Vampire stories! Yes! I was like, between the zombie and vampire, I was like, woo! Not my favorite, but still a good vampire story. So I think it was set in like Tokyo, and a man is giving a tour to an American girl, and he takes her to this Cafe Endless, and he's like drawn to it. And then, of course, you find out why. The Medusa by Thomas Ligotti. Okay, I was hoping this one would be good because it's Medusa, but it was boring. It was meh. The best part was the ending when he finally got to see Medusa. But the whole time it was like, it's just after word after word after word after word. It's like, meh, sorry. I thought I heard something. It's like, blah. In the Poor Girl Taken by Surprise by Gamma Files. It was alright. It was a story about werewolves. We're two girls. Werewolves would attack and eat them. Wonder what happened next. So it was like, it was alright. It wasn't the greatest werewolf story. Down Market by Sydney J. Bounds. Oh my god. This was creepy. It was a gargoyle story. And definitely not for the faint of heart. I mean, I'm surprised I finished it, but creepy. The Heart from the Mound by Robert E. Howard. Another vampire story. The vampire coming out of the mound in the ground. Ooh, I rhymed. Alright. Fat Man by Jay Lake. A Bigfoot story. It was weird but good. That's all I'm going to say. Weird but good. Yeah. Definitely a strange. Yeah. I don't even know how to describe it. It's Bigfoot but with a twist. That's the best way I can describe it. Bigfoot but with a twist. The Thin People by Brian Lumley. It was a good story. I liked it. Strange. About very tall and very thin people that are not very nice. And I like how he describes them. Like, you see a street pole. It's really a person. It's like, oh, that could actually happen. The Hill by Tanith Lee. Yeah. I'm trying to remember this one. It was what I wrote was a long story about weird animal and zombies. Or are they really zombies? So it must not have been that great if I can't remember anything about it. So, all right. My second favorite one of the book is Godzilla's 12-Step Program. Hilarious! By Joe R. Lansdale. Oh my god. So, yes, it's Godzilla going through the 12-step program about how to control himself from stopping eating people and destroying everything. I loved it. It was the best. It was so funny. If anything, this book is worth it for that Godzilla story. Sorry. Yeah. Okay. 220 Swift, or .220 Swift, which is a gun, rifle, by Carl Edward Wagner. This was a long story. Weird. And it's a story about strange little people in a cave. It was alright. It wasn't one of my favorites. It wasn't that great. But yeah, it was okay. The ending was really weird too. Our Lady of the Sauropods by Robert Silverberg. This was a great dinosaur story. And how a woman slowly loses her mind. That's all I'm going to say. So silly at the end. The Flabby Man by Basil Copper. Okay. This story reminded me a lot of Annihilation, movie and or book. If you don't know what Annihilation is, it's a really strange novel, which I enjoyed, about fungus creeping all over the place. Well, basically, this is almost the same concept. There's fungi and people and weird creatures. I really liked it. I thought it was a great story. I love the monsters in it. Yeah. And at the end, yeah, very, very, very interesting. So I enjoyed it. And we got a couple more. The Silver Ring by Robert Holtstock. This was a story about selkies. If you don't know what a selkie is, it's basically a woman seal, a woman/seal. So at first, when they were talking about, when he was talking about women coming out of the ocean, I thought it was going to be a mermaid story, but no, it's a selkie. Where seals are turning into women when they get landlocked. But towards the rest of the story, it turns into something else other than seals. It's interesting. Weird. Yeah, weird, interesting. Someone Else's Problem by Michael Marshall Smith. This one was okay, but it left a lot in it unanswered questions, and I hate stories like that. So this guy boards this train, and everybody's like not talking. Guys are like had their heads down, so everybody knew like the guys were dead, but he thought they were just sleeping it off. And then he sees this weird monkey, and when he goes to get food, the monkeys attack him. And that's all I'm going to say. I'm not saying anymore. So it's basically, I don't want to give too much with the unanswered questions, but the ending left a lot open, and I didn't like it. Okay, this is the one I didn't finish. Rawhead Rex by Clive Barker. Okay, I can normally read horror stories and monster stories, no problem. And when I told my husband I was reading Clive Barker, he's like, why? You hate horror movies. But I was like, well, this is just a story. It's just words. Yeah, I couldn't finish it because it was so freaking gross. Okay, I'm sorry. No. It's not a story when I'm going to attack you the most disgusting way ever. And then, okay, this next person. This guy goes to the bar. I'm going to kill you, or I'm going to kill this pony the most disgusting way ever with this entrails hanging out. And then I'm going to attack this guy. And I'm like, no, I can't read 20 or so pages of this. No, I'm sorry. I don't even want to know how it ends. I just don't care. Because I was singing in my head. I'm like, I'm not going to sleep tonight thinking of entrails. No, good. So, sorry, Clive Barker. Yeah, a little too much for me. All right, the last story, which was actually good, was The Chill Clutch of the Unseen by Kim Newman. I know I've heard of her before, but I never read her stuff. Basically, this old guy's a monster killer, and he's waiting for the last one to board off the train. I'm not going to say what kind of monster it is, but it was really good. I enjoyed it. And the ending left wide open for another monster hunter to come in. So that's what I'm going to say. All right, so that's it. Phew. All right. Ready, Yoda? Okay. I really need to come up with a name for this child. All right, so once again, it's the Mammoth Book of Monsters, and it is a mammoth book. It's pretty big. Even Yoda's having problems holding it. Oh, so heavy. And I gave it 4 stars. Definitely worth a read if you like monsters or if you like horror movies or horror stories. Highly recommend it. All right. And that is it for me tonight. Minimize this. I don't know if I'll be on tomorrow. I may finish a book tomorrow. Maybe not. More likely yes. So I'll probably see you guys tomorrow night. If not, I'll definitely see you in a few days. All right. Till then, Baby Yoda says goodnight. Pleasant dreams. It's just so cute. Can't but help but smile. Happy reading, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.